Hello everybody, welcome back to the video, and sorry if the audio doesn't work or fizzles out here and there. I'm sorry if that happens, but anywho, welcome to a new video on a farming simulator video. Welcome, this is a gameplay presentation of Farming Simulator 22 Gamescon. We're going to split this up into 3 parts, so this will be part 1. Let's get into it.
Farming Simulator 22 gameplay presentation. My name is Lars Malczarek, and with me is Kenneth Burgess, our QA lead.
Hello. It's Gamescom time,
It's
Lars.
Gamescom. Yes, it is. We are, well, technically at Gamescom, but not at Gamescom. We are not in Cologne, as you can imagine. We are in our tiny little studio over in Erlangen, and we have the pleasure to
Where's
show
Erlangen?
you Farming Simulator 22 for the first time ever, unless you've seen the German presentation an hour ago.
Yeah, we're doing our own Gamescom today.
We are
Yay!
doing our own Gamescom today.
He's
Not
kind of
only today, but this
our
week.
child of the
That's
game
true.
so far.
You will
Lots
see
of
a
stuff to
lot,
cover.
yeah, there's a lot of coverage out there, so you will see a lot of coverage. But for now, this is your best chance to have a first look at our, well, new map, because you are taking us to France today.
Yes. So
We are
we've
going
shown
to
a little bit
France, my
about the
friends.
US map before, and today we are going to Au-Belleron, the French map, our European map, which is a French map. You can already see here in the
Yeah,
gameplay.
let's go in.
It's a Well,
Nice.
the US map is very focused on like big fields and
Mhm.
wide areas. The French map itself has more of a like classical touch to it. It's like a European city, so lots of history, lots of old buildings in that.
Smaller
Cool.
fields, of
Exactly,
course.
smaller fields, smaller roads. We'll have a look at that a little bit later, but for now we're going to start with one thing that we've only shown so far in videos, which is
Grapes.
Grapes.
and grape harvesting. There you go. So as you can already see, we have our nice little grapevines here. We've
Yes.
shown it in videos before, how
Mhm.
you place them with our new build mode. These grapes, we have grapes and olives. Both of them are new in Farming Simulator 22.
Nice.
And of course, to harvest them, we have our new machine.
A little bit of
the New
sorghum in the
Holland
background.
Route 9070L. It's 2 of them. We have this one and another one for olives as well. And of course, olives, grapes being new kind of machinery, new kind of like a new feature in the game. That means we need like new equipment,
Yes.
machines, all of this kind of stuff to properly handle these things.
Yeah, and we'll show more new equipment a little bit later during that presentation, because there's
Yeah.
Oh, we're
more
getting
to
off the
grapes
ground.
than only harvesting them, of course.
That's
But
true.
yeah, we're going to talk about that later. For now, we start harvesting. And yeah, you already said it. You place these grapes via the terrain builder.
Yeah, the build mode.
Yeah, the build mode. It's pretty much the same as you would place the fence, basically. Same system. You put them there, and
Nice.
then the grapes
Oh, we got
start
stuck. We
growing,
got
and
stuck.
At one point, you use this lovely machine to make sure you have your grapes nice and dandy.
Yeah,
in
and
your-
as you can already see, something that's like a little bit tricky, because it's a new feature, so of course it's going to take a little while to get used to as well. These grapevines, they have their own collision. So what you need to be wary of while harvesting them is to properly align the machinery with it. As you can see here, I'm
Yeah,
already
this is
having
super hard to
problems
do in
with it.
first-person mode, of course.
Yeah,
but there
because
we
it's
go.
like a little bit of an offset in there. But yeah, basically they have their own collision, so you have to navigate it properly along these vines to get your grapes in the end. As you can see here, we already have the effects in play, the small little grapes going down onto the conveyor belts, and the small little cut pieces of leaves and other things in the back. So and once we finish this row, I can also show you another piece, a new
Of new
piece of
equipment,
equipment that we have. So already parked over here, you see one of our new trailers, which is needed for grapes, because grapes are not like grain. You can't just put them into any kind of trailer. They are like very delicate.
Yeah, you have
in,
to be a
in their
little more
matter.
careful with them.
Exactly. Otherwise, you get
You already produced
jam.
grape juice even before you started
Yep,
actually
before you
producing it.
started producing
Yeah.
it. So we're going to
Anyhow.
go over here. And and then
There we
start
go.
overloading our grapes into the trailer.
Yes, and that is a very special trailer. We're going to show a nice little trick with it in a minute.
Yep, you can also see it's one of the new Fuhrmann trailers that we have in the game, just specifically
Nice.
for grapes.
Yeah, and with it is a very old Steyr, the 8150. That one, like, you can tell it's not one of the modern tractors.
Yeah, it doesn't have the round aerodynamic kind of design. It's just this classical, almost block-like in the design. I really like those.
That's how it used to be. And now we're going to show you this nice little trick with the trailer, because you can close it.
Yeah, we can just basically close it now since we're full. And you can like place it anywhere on the field. So if your harvester's on the other side, you can also open it
to the other side.
On the other side.
That's awesome.
So it's pretty flexible in that way if you want to like open it on the left side or on the right side, as you can see here.
Whoa, that guy flew.
The PC card.
Yeah,
you traffic just darting along.
Traffic has been fastened up by a lot. They are faster
now.
Yeah, they basically can tell.
Let's go,
like
finally.
The collision detection works a bit better. So
I don't have to wait behind them, they can wait behind me.
Down, and since it's better, we can also have them drive a bit faster as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was requested a lot by you guys out there, so it's a good
They are
thing.
a pain to deal with, dude.
So as you can hopefully hear now, I will start driving, and you see it's kind of like an older tractor. It has some weight that it needs to pull. We're going to take this little side road here leading up, and you can already see and also hear our gear shifting system that comes into play.
Yeah, and we do have a gearbox system in play. We spoke about that before.
There's a deer!
Gear shifting is possible.
There's a deer, there's a deer. Hey, 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 hey.
Like a small
whoa, there's two.
A few of them are actually running around. So we have, these are currently still very work in progress, and we're looking to implement them for the final release.
Hey, buddy, what's your name?
But yeah, a little bit of more wildlife.
Dude, that's sick. There's
coming into the game.
There's wildlife.
Yeah, we should mention that everything, of course, is work in progress.
My goodness.
In development version of the game. A lot of things have been disabled as well for Gamescom.
That's true.
Because we're gonna have a couple of YouTubers and everything in here.
They're gonna use the same build that you see right now.
Exactly. So it is a very specific build made for Gamescom. So not everything you see will be like this in the finished product, right?
That's true.
So about the sound, you're in the cabin now, so you guys should.
It's also different, like compared to outside.
You should be able to hear that the sound has changed a lot. I'm gonna shut down for a second.
Nice.
A tiny idea of how it sounds now. So we made a lot of adjustments when it comes to sound.
That's true. There's a lot of like fine little minute details that went into like the sound design of Fs22.
That's amazing,
we're
dude.
Pretty proud of what we can show off so
They
far.
really should
be.
Absolutely.
It sounds amazing. And I think it looks amazing as well. We're going to show you guys a little bit more about, especially about the parallax occlusion mapping.
Yeah.
Later on. There might not be the best chance now because, there is a building, but there are way more interesting buildings when it comes to parallax occlusion.
Yeah, that's true.
Once we get the village.
What we have here is now our grape processing plant.
Okay.
So there's like many different factories in the game, many of these production chain elements. So what you can do, best example being like the grain mill and bakery, for example. If you usually focus on like harvesting grains, you can then buy a grain mill and gather your harvest, bring it there, and produce it into flour. And of course, that flour, you can always like decide for yourself, do you want to sell the grain directly? Do you want to sell the flour? Or if you own a bakery, you can, of course, just take that and create bread or a cake.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these things are possible. And of course, the more you produce with your goods, the more money you're going to get in the end.
Yeah. And this is something that a lot of you guys asked for. Is it possible to basically not use production chains? Yeah, it absolutely is. You can totally just deliver the stuff, sell it, and you're done, right? But you can also decide to use the production chains like we do right now, and for example produce grape juice. That's what we are going to do now. Yeah, so let me open up this production point here. So here you can see at this particular .
factory, the grape processing unit. We have the ability to either produce raisins or grapes. We already have some, as you can see on the right side, some storage. So there's
Nice.
already lots of grapes stored in there, and we just brought in a few more. So what we can do now, basically activate it, and you can see on the lower right now that stuff is happening. It's slowly starting to produce these like pallets of grape juice. The liter counter is going up. So let me actually just fast forward a bit, so we don't have to wait a whole day for a pallet to finish.
And that's something we changed as well, right? Is the information window on the lower right side.
Yeah.
It's way more precise than
It's
it
very
used to be.
context dependent as well. Like if you're
Yeah.
looking, like I'm doing it now, at a production point, it gives you all of the information you need there. If you're looking at a vehicle, oh, there we go.
Here we go.
If you're looking at a vehicle, you get all of the information there as well. And if you're looking at a field, for example, you can always see like what's the current growth stage, how is it fertilized, how is the like who does it belong to, these kind of things.
So way more in depth than it used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some of those things were there before, but
So
The Jung Heinrich Stator.
yes, we have a new vehicle here as well with a new brand. Now you need to know I am not the best loader of them all. I'm very bad at this, and I have the utmost respect of people who do this even with a controller.
Yeah, well, that was good, though.
yeah, it was.
I've seen worse doing more test runs.
Yeah, that's true, but I can't get it right. Every time there's something that's in the way. All right, so here we go. Let's load our pallet. Oh,
Nice.
look at that first try.
Very good.
Before they continue, I'm just going to call this part 1. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.